What'd you find?
I am not sure.
Hey, it's Shellcase and Kid, and today, Mrs. Shellcase and Kid, who's right over there, and I are on Mickler Beach in Florida. It's the east coast of Florida. It's up just south of Jacksonville, north of St. Augustine. And man, there's a lot to look at here. This is what I mean. So most of what you see are these arc shells like that. And they come in all different colors and shapes. I just found this calico scallop, but it doesn't have ears, or maybe the ears are there, but they're just really rounded over. I think this is called a cockle. But there's a lot to see here. And a lot of shells that I'm not familiar with, but Mrs. Shellcase and Kid is. And then here's a section of a knobby whelk. What I wanted to show you was this piece of coal. Huh. I wonder if that might not be coal. I wonder if that might be like a bone, like a fossilized bone or something. Because that stuff in the middle makes me suspicious of it. That's an interesting find. Okay, on this side I saw, here it is, calico scallop. They can be beautiful colors, but just lots and lots of shells to look at. But there's also a lot of people looking for shells, so here's my first piece of sea glass that I found on this beach. I found a couple pieces of sea glass earlier in the week, but they weren't keepers. They were more just getting broken glass off of the beach. Here's part of an angel wing right there. Some oyster shells, a lot of arc shells, another angel wing right there. These are my finds with the baby fossil on top. Look at that. Piece of coral, or maybe even a yeah, it looks like it was a shell that just weathered and got eaten alive.
You just walked right past this. Oh my gosh. Look at that calico.
That's a pretty good size one.
Wow.
I can't even tell if I'm filming you, but that is a big one. Wow, that's a great find.
Amazing.
We're probably about a mile, maybe a mile and a half from the parking lot, which is that direction. So the beach gets pretty, gets pretty empty. And here's a angel wing that looks like, oh, it's got a big bonk in it. It's got a big hole in it. These are way more common down here than they are in Jersey, where we normally search. So if you're willing to walk, you can get all these shell beds. Saw a couple of these guys yesterday at Anastasia State Park, which is south of here. They're endangered. Even the pieces are beautiful. Mrs. Shellcase and Kid just made a cool find. It's called an olive?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
It
looks like it would string together well. Now there's a calico.
That's gorgeous.
Are you gonna get it?
Yeah. And here's a little one that washed up too. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's got, well, it's got one ear.
This one has two.
What'd you find?
I am not sure.
Man, it looks like a whelk shell, but it's got a hat on. That's nuts.
No, we've held squirrels on the end. And we have a dog that will eat us.
There we are. Just found this angel wing. We are night beachcombing. That's a great example. And what causes all those holes?
Worms, a lot of times, little sea worms.
Here's the roundup, and this is a special roundup because it is in a remote location, still in Florida for this roundup. So what we found so far are these calico scallops. They're like bay scallops, and they have those cool red and purple spots on them. Down here, these guys are called disc docinas. It's one we don't find up in Jersey. They kind of look like word bubbles that you would see in the cartoon. This is an angel wing. They're much more common down here than they are in Jersey. Some sea glass that's not really that good. Jingle shells here. A lot of cockle shells, and these guys get big. That's a really cool one right there. And another cool one, but it's got a little chip out of it. We believe that this is a coquina shell. These are arc shells, these two. These are called olives. They're kind of cool. Olive shells. Piece of driftwood. I think this is a shell. Yeah, it's a shell. It's not a... This is kind of interesting. That's that piece that I found that I thought might be like fossilized, but who knows what that is. Couple pieces up here. That's a whelk. Don't know what that is, but it's got a really thick lip on it. Don't know. Maybe part of a shark's eye. These are cool. These are called bonded tulips. These are just parts. This one's closer to being a full one, but that would be an awesome find if we were to find one of those whole. Don't know what this is. Pear whelk, maybe. Maybe just the inside of a larger whelk. Just don't know what that is, but it's great, got great color. This is called a baby ear. It's a cool name for a shell. These are a specific type of oyster, but I can't remember what type of oyster they are. And then down here, these two are called channeled duck clams. They have those deep ridges in them. Sometimes when these are bigger, they have really deep ridges in them. We're finding parts like that. So that's the roundup. Should have one more video coming from down here in Florida, but we'll see. Oh, also wanted to let everyone know that we will not be keeping everything. This is just the stuff we collected, and then we'll return some of the stuff. So we only have a few examples of each. Since we're at the beach where we got the stuff from, I feel it's okay to return the stuff back to the same beach. Okay, until next time, always be looking down.